What is going on, everybody? It is Frizlle back here with another YouTube video. Today we are diving into Call of Duty Blackout. Got a win already. The game's only been out for a few hours. It's pretty good gameplay here. It gets pretty damn intense towards the end, so you guys definitely want to stick around towards that. I'm going to be giving you guys a few pointers and tips on how to improve your game and how to get a win in Call of Duty Blackout. So first things first, when you first drop in on the map, immediately, obviously, you're going to want to look for a weapon. Now, the next thing you're going to want to look for is heals, because heals is probably the most important thing in this game. As you guys will see, I win this entire game without any armor, and I just keep healing up. So if you actually start to get shot, you can just peek around a corner real quick, and you can heal. Almost end up dying there. That guy had a shotgun. The shotguns are really overpowered in this game. That's what I've came to learn. So early game, if you guys see a shotgun, don't be afraid to pick one up, because you're probably going to blow everyone around you away. Some of the hot spots to land, obviously, you got firing range. That's a pretty good one to drop. I dropped there a few times, but the thing about dropping in a hot area on Call of Duty Blackout is that once you start getting shot at, people usually run to where they hear the bullets, and it doesn't give you that much time to heal in that, and you kind of get stuck in like a little bit of a pickle where you're going to get pinched between two enemies. So what I like to do is kind of land on the outskirts and work my way in. And you guys will also notice I end up getting most of my kills towards the final zone of the game, and I've realized that you're going to end up picking up a lot of your kills towards the end of the game. End up hearing a guy here, so I just go prone and I wait for him to come.
Net call. Supply drop incoming.
You guys saw there, the shotguns just absolutely blast people away. They're really good. What I've been running typically is two assault rifles. You're gonna want one assault rifle for kind of medium to close range, and you're gonna want an assault rifle with at least 2x scope or a 3x scope, or better, just, you know, for your long range engagements. If you have a sniper rifle, I would definitely recommend picking that up, because it is a one-shot kill to the head. There's bullet drops, and you have to lead out your enemies if they're running, so it's pretty realistic in that aspect. When you guys are running guns, you're going to want to be running one gun that takes 5.56 ammo and another gun that takes 7.62 ammo. You're not going to want two guns that run the same ammo, because this is just going to be inconvenient for you, and you're going to burn through all of your ammo much faster. Also, another thing that you guys can do, any ammo that you see on the floor, just pick up as much ammunition as you can, because the ammo has its kind of own spot, and it doesn't really take up space for your, you know, grenades, weapon attachments, med kits, and trauma kits. Another tip I could give you guys, if you do happen to come across a trauma kit, you should just pop it then and there, because it does give you 200 HP, and I'm pretty sure it does maybe save you from a sniper headshot. I'm not 100% sure yet. I'd have to test that one out. So in this situation here, coming into the final zone, you guys are going to see I'm going to this big giant rock here. Alright, this isn't Fortnite. Once you start getting shot at, you can't just build up walls. So I want to go to the place where I best have angles on enemies and you can head glitch. Another big, huge part of Call of Duty Blackout, and any Call of Duty game that you played, you know, I've been playing Call of Duty since Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, you know, the OG one. You're going to want to be pre-firing. Now, you guys are going to see here what I'm talking about in a minute about pre-firing. Basically, pre-firing is before you turn a corner or you're opening up a door, you want to already be aiming down sight, or otherwise known as ADS. This is going to allow you to get an advantage on an enemy who is not ADS, because if you're already scoped in, you can just take the first shot if you see the guy already. On the other hand, if you're not scoped in, you see the guy, then you're going to have to zoom in, scope in, and by that time, if it's a good enough player, he could have already been pre-aiming you and popping shots off at you. So I'll show you guys when I start pre-aiming. Another huge thing is pre-firing. So if you guys hear someone is around a corner and you're pretty positive that they're around, like let's say, you guys will see in a little bit here, some guy rushes me from the side of the rock. Now what I want to do is I pre-aim him, and as I hear him start getting closer, before he even turns the corner, I start shooting my gun early. This is going to help me get a few bullets off because he's already going to basically be walking into your bullets. Here's an example of pre-aiming. I'm just pre-aiming around looking for enemies. And this is actually a really big help. Another big tip I could give you guys is you really want to limit your movement as much as possible. In this game, you stick out like a sore thumb if you start running around. So towards, when you get a little closer towards the end of the game, you're gonna want to post up and just wait and see who's really moving around, and then base your shots off of that and who you want to go after. You're not always gonna want to take a shot when you have the chance to take it either, because someone might be really, really far away, and you have to ask yourself a question: is it worth shooting this guy who maybe 200 plus meters out, when most likely you might not get the kill from that far, but you're just going to end up giving away your position? Kind of like what I do right here. See, I shot, and now everyone's going to know where I am. But the good thing is I got this big giant rock for cover that I scouted out before, so gets pretty intense here near the final few people. You guys see that I'm just pre-aiming that rock the entire time. So now if this guy peeks out, I'm already going to have an advantage since I'm aiming in. Notice how I'm moving left and right also as I'm aiming in. You don't want to stand still and make yourself an easy target. You always want to be strafing side to side. Get in a habit of doing that and you'll be staying alive much longer towards the end of the games.
Supply drop inbound.
Do a little pre-nade there, see if anyone's camping behind the tree. I get absolutely f***ing lit up there, so I take cover. I know that this guy is going to rush me because I'm really weak, so what I'm going to do is pre-fire this corner and f*** this guy up so bad. Get off me, boy! I don't even got armor. Anyway, back to the gameplay. That is a huge example of the pre-fire. Pre-aiming. You guys saw, I heard he was coming around the corner. I pre-aim in with my sight, and I kind of pre-fired a little bit as well. It helped me get the kill. Now this gets pretty intense here as this moves on. I know that there's still one other enemy over here, so I'm being very, very cautious. Take cover behind this rock. You guys notice how I'm aiming and my red dot in the middle of my gun is just a little bit over the rock. That's called head glitching. And on this guy's screen, when he's looking at me, he's only going to be able to see the top of my head. He gets a pretty good cluster grenade off. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to end up pre-aiming again, and I'm going to start pushing up in towards the zone. I move back to the rock for a second just to kind of try and throw him off. I know I have to make a move here soon, so I'm throwing a bunch of Molotovs. This was just a complete accident, guys. A little inexperienced at the game still. Don't even know what that thing does. Pretty sure that it allows you to, if someone walks in between the two lines, it explodes or something like that. But this is just how important pre-aiming is, you guys. I know I have to make a move, but because I'm pre-aiming this guy, he really can't do anything or move out of this rock because he was already weak. So I just say screw it and end up rushing him. The push ends up working out in my favor. Now, in certain situations, you want to be aggressive depending on, different scenarios. You guys saw there the blue zone was moving in. I already tagged this guy up a little bit, so I knew that he was weak. So that's why I ended up pushing him, because I didn't want to start running away from him and getting basically a free kill for him, because he would have just shot me in the back. I got 5 kills right now. There's about 3 people left. Boy, get off me! I really thought I was going to die there. This was like my heart was pounding at this point, because I was playing the game not that long. This was probably about like an hour and a half into the game. So now I know that there's 2 people left. Notice I'm going to do the same thing that I did before. There's not a lot of cover around me. When you guys are pushing into these like smaller and smaller zones, you're going to want to get solid cover. You're not really going to want to be, on the floor or just in the open, because you're not going to have anywhere to hide. Like I said before, this isn't Fortnite. You can't just start building up walls if you're caught in the open. So you always want to make sure you're near some solid cover. I end up getting pretty lucky here. The next zone is pretty close to me, so I take a trauma kit. You guys see in the bottom left, I just went up to 200 health. Again, I had no armor at all this entire game, which made it way more hard. I'm sorry, difficult. I can't talk today. I just woke up. It makes it way more difficult to get a win if you don't have armor. So you're going to want to stack up on as much medical supplies as you can, because healing in this game is pretty quick. Notice how I'm still pre-aiming just about everywhere I look. You don't want to really peek a corner unless you're pre-aiming it. It's one of the biggest tips I can give you guys. I see this rock up straight ahead. I'm going to slowly start making a move for it because it has some pretty nice cover and I can get around different angles on enemies. You guys notice how I was scouting out the area a lot there before I moved up? This is because you just always want to be, if you're going to move up, you want to pre-aim and scout out the area before you push, because if you don't do that, you're not sure if there's an enemy around the corner. You don't just want to kind of be running around blindly, you know? You want to be looking around, making sure that the area is clear before you push. I'm checking my left side here, so now I've just checked my right side. I know that's pretty sure that's clear. I'm always pre-aiming. That way I have to jump on an enemy. This guy, pretty sure, had like a semi-auto sniper or something. He ends up tagging me. It was pretty close engagement. Now there's just one enemy left. And it's easy money. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'm going to be posting tons more Blackout gameplay. I hope you guys get a lot of wins soon. I'm going to be posting up tips and tricks and how to get better at the game. This is your boy Frizlle. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.